What's up guys, this is Frush from the CSGO eShow. Today is October 6th, 2012, and today we are discussing the recent updates to Global Offensive. So the first topic I wanted to bring up today is the changes to competitive classic matchmaking. On October 1st, they replaced the join in progress matchmaking system with a queued system where you waited in a virtual lobby until 10 players were ready, and it started a brand new match when those players were ready. Players who abandoned this match had a 30-minute cooldown period where they couldn't play the competitive classic mode. What we were left with was some players not caring about the 30-minute cooldown, and players who wanted a serious match were left with bots. They were forced to finish a match against bots, or leave and not be able to play for 30 minutes. It was a choice between two terrible options. So on October 3rd, they released another update allowing players to opt out of the match if a single player left, so they wouldn't feel forced to play against bots. The consequence of this is that most matches end in a few rounds. I haven't completed a full match since the recent update. We don't have a way to express to Valve how frustrating it is to go 20 rounds in a match and have it abandoned because someone left. In my 10 years playing the CS series, I've never been so frustrated with the game, and it doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay itself. If the current system stays in place, Valve and Hidden Path will essentially be neglecting the competitive scene. The only scene that has kept this series alive since 1999. But we're used to it, right? When has Valve ever supported the competitive Counter-Strike scene? This is the first iteration of the game where it's had a system where you can just jump in and play an organized game, and they've butchered it. For 13 years, we've had to download IRC and sign up for GameSurge, idle channels, pay for ESEA. What makes us think that this game would be different? Now, I'm the guy who spends hours on Reddit and in the forums telling people to be patient with this game, not to complain about silly things like silencers and recoil. But for the first time, I'm truly frustrated with this game. On the bright side, there have been other updates since the first that don't suck terribly. The kill reward for all submachine guns now is 200%, which is $600, which is down from $900. They fixed the reload animation. Previously it looked like the gun was reloaded, and if you would switch your guns and go back to the reloaded gun, it wouldn't be reloaded. The radar has been updated as well to show players above and below you. This was needed before, but especially with the new release of the map DE Vertigo. We won't be doing a video on DE Vertigo until we've confirmed that it will be played competitively. They also added a message of the day to the main menu in Global Offensive, so that they can tell us about the matchmaking tweaks they neglected to test during the beta. So I do need to bring up grenades because one of the updates brought along some changes to the velocity and to how they bounce off the ground. So this is the grenade that we're going to recommend for you to smoke at mid so that you can get up to cat. This was the previous smoke that we had brought up to you guys in our last episode for Dust 2 Execution. Unfortunately, it doesn't work anymore. If you're at cat and you're trying to cut off part of Goose in the sight, we recommend that you stand still and throw it, because if you run, as you can see here, it goes all the way down to cross. Some of our smokes haven't changed though. If you're getting a running head start, the grenade is going to go about the same distance as previously before the update. This is the smoke that I'm going to recommend that you use if you're trying to cut off tunnels when trying to get into sight. Grenades thrown at the ground are going to bounce a little bit farther. Previously, a nade thrown at the ground seemed to take on an unrealistic gravitational pull. It seems like this gravitational pull is still unrealistic if you're trying to slide the grenade against a surface, as you can see here in Pit. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Please comment and tell us what you would change with the competitive classic mode.